Donald Trump is on his way out. But before he leaves office on January 20th, he is still, unfortunately, in charge. And so far, he's already shown us the direction that he wants to go. He wants to fire a bunch of people. Starting with Defense Secretary Mark Esper. Now, Esper was just fired by President Trump over a tweet. He announced the decision in an abrupt post saying that Mr. Esper has been, quote-unquote, terminated. In fact, here's his tweets. I'm pleased to announce that Christopher C. Miller, highly respected director of the National Counterterrorism Center, unanimously confirmed by the Senate, as he points out, will be the acting Secretary of Defense effective immediately. Chris will do a great job. Mark Esper has been terminated. I would like to thank him for his service. Oh, okay. I would like to thank him by firing him over Twitter. Is what he really means. Come on. All right. So now look. Now that the American people have fired Trump, well, Trump now wants to fire basically anybody that has wronged him during his entire term. There's nothing holding him back from doing that anymore. Again, he's going to be gone in like 70 days. That's it. But it is an interesting move, kind of telling who he goes after first. Because remember, Mark Esper was the guy who disagreed with Trump on using active military troops against protesters. Esper was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Trump's like, you got to clear him out. You got to clear him out very, very strongly. No, not going to do that. The president had threatened to use the Insurrection Act and was furious that Esper refused to do that. Now, Esper spokesperson says, well, Donald Trump did not want to use the Insurrection Act. That's hyperbole. No, of course not. He would have used it already. We failed to see the disconnect. But it was there. He actually did. And the White House pushed back by, basically saying, no, Mark Esper is disloyal to the White House. And, of course, that caused some consternation between the two. And for a while, Esper went on the down low just to make sure that he didn't get himself into trouble. That said, Mr. Trump has continued to refer to Mr. Esper as, quote, Mr. Yesper. But wait, who's he saying yes to? Who's he saying yes to? Not Donald Trump, apparently. But no, not interested in that. We're not going to do that. But look, again, this happened in June, where he spoke out against the use of active duty American troops to quell civil unrest that made Trump very, very angry. And so those comments came after he had accompanied Mr. Trump on his walk across Lafayette Square outside the White House, where protesters had just been tear gassed, prompting condemnation from former military and civilian Defense Department officials. By midsummer, Mr. Esper was walking a fine line to push Trump back on other contentious positions involving the military that Trump had taken. For example, banning the Confederate flag. That's another thing that they disagreed with. The Pentagon said, let's ban the Confederate flag, without actually specifically saying that we banned it. But we're just going to, say that the guidance in the flags that we can be displayed on military installations can't involve the Confederate one. It does not fit into the approved category of types of flags that we can use. And so that pissed off Donald Trump, whose base, of course, is white supremacists, racists. Other ways that Esper pissed off Trump was by wearing a mask and socially distancing. I know, right? During the coronavirus, where there's outbreaks everywhere, where even Dr. Ben Carson now is the latest person to have coronavirus. How dare he go and wear a mask? Oh, my God. Disloyalty. Get him out of here. And not only that, but at a Pentagon virtual town hall meeting, Esper responded to a sailor on the aircraft carrier Gerald R. Ford, who complained that social distancing was hurting morale. Quote, it is tedious, I understand that, but I think it's showing, in terms of the Navy's results, in terms of infection rates, that they're doing a very good job. So, course. That's it. I mean, he's done a lot of things, sensible things, that have pissed off Donald Trump. They're too far. Too much. Got to get rid of Esper. Replace him. Well, look, Donald Trump got his ass fired. So, for not doing the things that he should be doing on coronavirus. And so, look, do I worry about the potential for Donald Trump to leave a path of destruction on his way out as he gets pushed out the door? Yeah, a little bit. That said, I don't think that anybody in the White House is not going to take him seriously because he is on the way out. And that's a good thing, but how much will that limit his path of destruction? I don't know. I could see going forward, a lot of, let's say, pardons for his friends, his family, trying to fill his pockets as much as he can before he goes. And that's really it. Other than that, I am pretty glad that he's not going to really be able to do anything. Even with the guy that he's going to put in there that's replacing Esper, I don't really see him doing a whole lot either. Because at this point, he's a loser president, he's a lame duck, and that's it. Sad. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.